from the post-millennial, we've got big news, ladies and gentlemen. Kamala Harris has agreed to finally do an interview. And it's such big news because Kamala Harris has not given one at all. So that the moment she decides to actually just talk to the press, it apparently is headline news. I'm not kidding. It's not just the post-millennial that wrote this breaking. It's being picked up. It's trending. Everyone's like, wow. But guess what? Tim Walz will be with her, and it's going to be with Dana Bash. So part of me wants to say softball interview, but that's not fair at all. It's going to be more like T-ball.
It's going to be more like powder puff.
Yeah.
What's powder puff?
Powder puff. Like they're going to chuck little cotton balls at her, and she's going to be like, woo, look, cotton balls.
Well, she's probably going to rely
not even
on
the same realm as baseball.
No, I don't think there's any baseball going on here.
They're going to give her the questions in advance.
Not even table tennis.
No.
And it's like
it's just a photo op where she stands with the bat and pretends she did something. Meanwhile, her security blanket / emotional support dog Tim Walz is there to field any kind of questions. You
should get like a little harness, and then they're part of the BDSM community.
I'm sure that would help them.
Open about their
with their extraordinary base.
Yeah.
The thing is, the last time she did an interview was late June, and she appeared with a Kentucky-based pro-abortion advocate who later appeared at the DNC. Mm-hmm. She has a really sad story. She was attacked by her stepdad. It's really bad. But even then, that was the last time we heard from Kamala Harris in an interview setting like this, and she wasn't alone. You would think, this person who wants to be president is going to appear solo, but she won't do that. That's how much she respects her voters. She'd rather put her own sense of emotional security first.
Not only a person, but according, to their logic, she's a strong woman of color who apparently can't do an interview without a white man sitting next to her. I mean, that's how they see the world, right? How does it look for them to be promoting this woman as a great leader and a woman of color, and yet she can't do an interview alone? It's honestly insulting.
That's a good point. I'm glad she's so pro-white men.
Yeah,
maybe that's good for the country.
I think it's so weird that she's showing up with Tim Walz.
And her husband is probably going to be there too.
Well, he's going to be in the green room, of course. He's going to be ready with a bag of Doritos like any good man would be backstage, But yeah, I really think that it's sad that she needs someone to come hold her hand, that she needs someone to be there with her, that she can't show up and speak to this reporter who's already...
It's going to be an easy interview. It's
really
CNN.
Yeah. Well, and who's already ready to do whatever she wants. She's ready to just bend over for Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about
say something much worse and
talking about,
didn't say it.
You were mentioning how ABC is hosting the debate, and it's seen as this great victory, even though there are all of these interests behind the scenes that are obviously very political involved at ABC. Dana Bash is someone that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough, but I like to watch CNN a lot, actually, because it's where I feel like I can see the political theater being
That's like Steve
rehearsed.
Bannon says, watch MSNBC.
Yeah, you really I learned when I worked in a TV studio, when I had all of the mainstream media playing, that you could kind of see where things were going just based on watching them. But Dana Bash, I know you broadcast a lot, Tim, but she's up there. I think she might give you a run for your money. She's always on CNN. I don't know what else she does with her life, but she's also someone who was married to the former chief of staff of the CIA. Bash, that's where she, Dana Schwartz is her name, but she took Bash, and is very, it goes back to this idea that there's a big family in the media.
Whether it's an incestuous relationship between the government and the media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all you have to do is watch Dana Bash to see that she doesn't even hide her allegiance to just the deepest core of the U.S. security state.
But this is crazy to me. It seems like the internet is what broke that machine. For the longest time, intelligence agents are former and current, and their families are working in corporate media. What was it? It wasn't was it Mockingbird? What was the Mockingbird where the intelligence agencies
Mockingbird.
Right. And that was the what was the name of the hearings where that was uncovered?
The church. No.
I don't remember.
Church Commission?
Was it?
I don't know. Anyway, long story short. It's fascinating that once we got to the internet era and independent shows were able to emerge that started rivaling or even beating the quality of these programs, the narrative's breaking. Donald Trump's victory in 2016 was not supposed to happen. The deep state was caught off guard. They legit were, you know what, it's fascinating. They were gargling their own waste in the media, Hillary Clinton has a 99% chance of winning as they all were patting each other on the back and going, ho, 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 with their pinkies out. And then Trump won, and they were like, it's impossible. The only explanation is Trump's a Russian spy. That explains it.